Technique 6. Semi-dried foliage used to make containers. This technique is a wonderful way to use coloured autumn leaves before they dry out completely. In the example I've used for this technique, I'm making a particular container. However, the method used with the leaves could be adapted for all sorts of shapes and designs. I'll base my instructions on making my container. You can experiment with using the leaves in other ways. For this technique, you'll need a wire-based shape, paper and tape, florist glue, leaves or foliage suitable to roll into a cone shape. Lay out the paper to cover your container. Ensure there's plenty of paper for coverage plus some extra for adjustment. Tape the paper to itself to form the shape of the underlying container. Don't tape the paper to the container, as we will be removing the paper from the container shortly. Trim away any excess paper after you have the container shape defined by the paper. Keeping the shape intact, remove the container from the paper covering. Place florist or cold glue along the wire sections of the container. If you're using another type of container, place glue in appropriate anchor spots for the paper covering. Slip the container back into the paper shape and press the glue points to adhere. Complete the covering of the container by gluing down any excess, particularly the top and the base of the container. Leave to dry. Select clean, dry, pliable leaves. You can use them with or without stems. Roll the leaf around your finger with the top side of the leaf to the inside. Place a spot of florist glue to join the sides where the edges meet. If you're keeping the stems, fold the stem up against the top side of the leaf before you start rolling so that it protrudes from the inside of the finished cone shape. Prepare all the leaves you will need to cover your container. Make some spares of various sizes for filling in gaps. Begin at the opening or largest edge of your container. Glue the rolled leaves in place, one beside the other, to form a row. Continue working in rows until your container is covered. Don't worry about gaps, as these will be filled once the first coverage of leaves is dry. Allow the first coverage to dry completely, at least 12 hours, 24 is better. Fill in any gaps where you can see the paper cover with more rolled leaves. Although there is some work in making this type of container, it will last for years, only needing to be topped up with more rolled leaves when the original ones dry out and become brittle. I've used this container for a wall-mounted design, and over-the-edge bench design, and a freestanding one. The freestanding one was actually two of these shapes joined back to back. I know you'll find many ways to use these techniques in your floral designs. Let me know how you go. I'd love to see some of your efforts. I'm Kim Bailey.